हेलो 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 हेलो। चलो भाई कंटिन्यू करते हैं अपनी किंगडम कम डिलीवरेंस। हम्म। ये क्या रात हो रही है सुबह हो रही है? अच्छा, रात होने वाली है। अच्छा कल कल तो भाई साहब कल तो मूड खराब हो गया था ना मेरा। हेल्थ बैंडेज नहीं मिल रही थी कहीं पे। बैंडेज जहाँ मेरे को मिलेगी वहीं पे उठा लूंगा मैं। पहले उठाता नहीं था। भाई मेरे को एक बार ये बात में भी जाके देखना है। सोलो जाऊंगा ना। अरे यार बात खुला होगा इस टाइम में। मेरे को वो वेंच वेंच जो भी था जो भी थी वो ट्राई करना है मेरे को। मार्क करो।
Could do with a bite to eat.
And get a move on, because you really don't smell good.
अरे बात नहीं ले पाऊंगा मैं अभी।
Take care.
अरे यार रात में नहीं कर सकते शायद।
Is it true the executioner has a visitor?
And they say he has a hard time finding a woman.
अरे यार इसके पिक पॉकेट भी करनी है मेरे को। पिक पॉकेट ही कर पा रहा है एक तो। चलो करके ही देखता हूँ इसके पिक पॉकेट अभी। सामान भी बेचना है ना मुझे। खाना है तो। पास में ही है। ठीक है। ये तो नहीं है।
Did I
ये
tell
रहा।
you about my wife's lace making?
No, I didn't know she did that.
She only started not long
यहाँ
ago.
क्या कर rहा है?
Always in the evening. Well, there's still
पिक पॉकेट करूँगा देख
she
लेगी।
sits down and gets on with it. And she's quite deft at it now.
I'm not surprised. Betty was always good with her hands.
You're right there. Anyway, I showed a couple of pieces she made last time to old Tonda from Tabor, the one I buy goods from.
कहाँ गया ये?
He said right away he'll take them. How much for one? Well, I wasn't sure Betty would even
अंदर क्या क्या?
Ah! Why are you waking me?
अरे यार, घर के अंदर इसका घर है क्या ये? लॉक पिक करूंगा तो ये सब देख लेंगे मेरे को। भाई रात के टाइम कुछ ज्यादा वो लोग नहीं घूम रहे? खोले हुआ गेट।
What do you want? You have no business here. Hey! What's with you?
अरे ठीक है भाई, तो गेट खोला उसमें भी वो सो रहा है भाई। मैं चोरी कर सकता हूँ ऐसे आराम से?
You want something?
अरे यार कोई आ गया फिर से। गार्ड?
What's that?
गार्ड अंदर क्या करने जा रहा भाई? बाहर आ गया। करता हूँ, कोई नहीं देख रहा। अरे यार 1 मिनट आया मैं।
Who's there?
इसे बोलते हैं चोरी, एकदम प्रोफेशनल चोरी। क्या मस्त सामान चुराया मैंने। ये पहन सकता हूँ मैं? हाँ। Mm, mm, mm. Bring the ring to Vagabond। वेगाबॉन्ड कौन था? यही है क्या? ये है क्या? सुबह कर लेता हूँ। पर अभी भी सो रहा है? तो सुबह भी हो गई। और टाइम बढ़ाऊँ क्या?
Hey, halt right there. Show me what you have on you.
क्या?
What's with you?
अरे यार।
What's going on?
Orders of his lordship.
I'm carrying an important dispatch. I don't have time for this nonsense.
There's nothing that can't wait a moment.
भाई नहीं भाई।
Take that.
अरे भाग भी नहीं सकता।
Go.
I'll find you, Kirk. You can't hide from me.
दो दो आ गए। नहीं भाई, सरेंडर भाई सरेंडर।
Bring it. Got you at last. Now you'll get what.
What?
That brawling and all the rest. It means nothing to you. You should have thought twice about what you're.
225। भाई पैसे ले ले, पर वो जो सामान है मेरा वो मत ले।
What of it?
Damn it. Here's your coin then.
You
सामान भी
pledged
ले लेगा।
yourself before the law, but I'll be keeping an eye on you. You can be sure of that.
I feel quite hungry.
भाई घूसड़ में जाने लग गया भाई। अरे सामान नहीं लिया। सही है सही है सही है। कोई नहीं, सिक्के चले गए। सिक्के तो भाई सेल करके वापस निकाल लूँगा। कहाँ गया भाई ये है क्या?
Good day to you. What do you need?
I've got that ring.
Ha! That'll bring tears of joy to that poor widow. I hope you filled your own pocket while you were at it. You're a handy lad. You could be king of all the thieves in Ratai.
What else have you got for me?
Something really special this time. There's a stuck-up cloth merchant from the Dechko who comes to Ratai from time to time. The bastard claims poverty is God's punishment on us for our sins. I'd like to show him what God's punishment looks like. Now, if you were to lift his guild seal from his pouch, he'd never live down the shame of losing it once the guild gets wind of it.
The mills of God grind slowly but surely, eh?
And we'll help them along. As a reward, I'll get you something really wonderful. Just wait and see.
I'm on it.
May the Lord watch over you.
यहाँ तो कोई अच्छा हाँ अब बात आओ जाके देखता हूँ भाई। नहीं 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 बाद में जाऊँगा बाद में जाऊँगा। यू कैन फाइट विद मिलान अगेन पर मिलान है कहाँ ये तो पता नहीं चल रहा। मिलान गाँव अंडरग्राउंड हो गया। ये तो दूर है। स्टील हानुस इल्यूमिनेटेड बुक भाई ये भी नहीं हो रही अभी। रूइन किल द कैंप लीडर रॉब द रिच स्टील द गिल्ड सील वो भी दूर है। स्कैवेंजर दूर है। बर्ड इन द हैंड दूर है। माइटर देन द सॉर्ड दूर है। कोर्ट शिप गो एंड सी थेरेसा द मिल वेंच बिफोर नून। ठीक है अरे एक मिनट में सामान भेज दूँ पहला। स्वॉर्ड स्मिथ है ना यहाँ पे। मूव टू इन्वेंट्री 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 और बाकी सारा सामान ये जो है ये तो उसको बिकेगा। आर्मरर
My respects to you, sir. Take care now.
इसको बेच के देखूँ अगर ये खरीद ले तो वो भी। इसको नहीं भेज सकता भाई मैं, ये आर्मर के पास ही जाना पड़ेगा।
Mixed goods, handy implements, and machines of every kind.
यही आर्मर वैसे
People, come up close and have a smell. Fresh, fresh. Pour yourself a bit of fresh milk to drink. Bread baked just this morning.
Rakes and
Bread.
hoes for your field. What else do you need? Come on up and see.
इधर ही है ना आर्मर।
God be with you.
ट्रेनिंग, ये कौन सी ट्रेनिंग देगा भाई मुझे? अरे ये वो भी सेल करना था, मेरे को भूल गया। Q1 वो भी सेल करना था, इसको फिर ड्रॉप करो। सेल कर ही देता हूँ ना फिर। अच्छा, वो वगैरह इसको सेल नहीं होंगे, फिर किसको होंगे? और इसका ट्रेनिंग भी देख ही लो, क्या ट्रेनिंग दे रहा है। repairs.
Can you show me how to repair armor and weapons better?
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you. Now, pay close attention.
ये क्या learn? या और नहीं कर सकता learn में? किस बेसिस पे learn हो रहे हैं वो समझ नहीं आ रहा. अरे ये क्या कॉम्बो वॉम्बो है? ये बढ़िया। हो गया।
Well, you're a sight for sore eyes.
I've brought you something.
What are you playing at, Hal? Are you trying to get me drunk enough to have your way with me?
अरे करना क्या भाई? Go and see Theresa at Mill before noon. अभी क्या हो रहा? नून से पहले तो आया हूँ।
What now? Shall we take a walk?
You don't give up, do you? Well, let me think. But probably not in the rain. We could both catch a fever. Pick me up when it turns nice again and we'll go for a stroll.
As her ladyship commands.
You jester.
और कौन सा क्वेश्चन है भाई? वेंजेंस। चलो भाई अब बात चल के देखते हैं।
What am I doing talking to a pauper like you?
अरे नहाने का ऑप्शन क्यों नहीं आ रहा भाई? पॉपर बोल लिया, पॉपर का मतलब क्या होता है? तो भाई गूगल मारने दो। पॉपर वेरी पुअर पर्सन। मेरे को पुअर क्यों बोल लिया? ये पैसा तो बहुत है भाई मेरे कपड़ों की वजह से। चलो ये कर लेते हैं बड़ी लैंड। जंगल का रास्ता कहाँ से जा रहा भाई?
Yeah.
भाई कितना दूर है? अभी तक पहुंच नहीं पाया मैं। कौन से कैंप पे आ गया? आ गया। क्या करना था यहाँ पे? Three of the rat huntsman precious nightingales have flown off into the woods somewhere. I am not exactly when it is in the woods, but variety is like find the nightingales. पिंजड़ा दिया था ना उसने मेरे को। या बैंडेड्स। अरे मेरी शील्ड में लग रखी है भाई। इसको लगाओ।
Who's there?
बैंडेड ही है क्या? कौन है?
What are
बैंडेड ही
you
है।
doing here? Tired of life, are you?
To arms! Get over here!
अरे मेरा वही खत्म हो गया।
Raise the alarm! Watch out! Alarm!
मर गया मैं।
Is that all you got? Answer to my prayers. To arms! Get over here!
Who's there?
Raise the alarm!
I'm going to enjoy this!
What's the matter?
अरे यार ये बैंडेड्स के पास है मेरे ख्याल से वो चिड़िया। हाँ मेरे को पूरा पीछे से आना पड़ेगा है। गंदा सीन भाई। अबे ये तो वहीं से चालू हो गई स्ट्रीम जहाँ से चालू करी थी मैंने। ये क्या सीन है भाई? भाई ऐसा मत करो। बहुत बढ़िया वहीं से चालू हो गई। अबे यार अबे यार क्या ही कहूँ अब मैं। भाई अब मेरे को शायद पता लग गया। अब जब भी कभी फाइट लूँगा ना उससे पहले सेव कर लो गेम। अरे यार मेरे साथ ही क्यों होता है ऐसा? पहले उसकी अंगूठी चुरा लेता हूँ।
You can't just walk around in the dark.
You know.
टहल रहा है अभी तो ये। मैं क्या सोच रहा था? वैसे बचाई गया अब सोचने के लिए भाई। इतनी मेहनत मेरी पानी में डूब गई।
Have they been in touch?
Not yet.
You're right there. Anyway, show me. Last time told Tonda
These are rice.
ये सब वापस करने पड़ेंगे मेरे को। क्या क्या लगाया था मैंने पता नहीं।
over there on the old road, and I didn't even hit a pothole. We went rolling along, and it went crack out of the blue.
Bad luck comes in threes, eh?
So back to the wheelwright again, and more to pay.
अरे यार चले जाओ यहाँ से.
Makes me wonder. I have my doubts about him.
Ah, nonsense. I know the wheelwright. He's an honest
True, the
fellow.
executioner has a visitor.
Let's say he has a hard time finding a woman to make wheels. Maybe fix them with bad wood.
Don't let your imagination run away with you. It's just a spot of bad luck. There's worse things. Look around you. There's Sigismund and his Tartar hordes marauding all over the country.
Good day, Henry.
अब भाई मैं टाइम निकालूंगा तो वो पकड़ देगा गार्ड को ही, है ना. तो फिर और ना ही मैं फास्ट ट्रैवल कर सकता हूँ, तो मैं जाता हूँ सीधा मिल पे घोड़ा बुला के. यहाँ टाइम बड़ा हुआ.
Wager on the Rattay tourney?
अरे मेरा कमरा कहाँ था? यही था क्या?
Damn it, I'm hungry.
देखो अभी तक सो रही है. चाचा रुक जाओ, सामान ले लो. एक मिनट, पहले मैं पहन तो लूँ जो मेरे को चाहिए. एक ये पहनो और ठीक है, कच्चा सा है तो. हंटिंग बूट्स पहन लो। और टी शर्ट अच्छा हाँ पहनी जाएगी। मेल कॉइफी वाला पहन लो। इसको इसकी जरूरत नहीं। विम्पल लड़कियों का है ना ये?
How are you?
चाचा मेरे से सामान खरीदो।
I've got some goods here whose owners might miss them.
All right. Let's see what we can do about that.
सेल। ये तो मैंने पहन रखा है। हंटिंग बूट्स ये भी पहन रखे हैं मैंने। ये भी पहन रखा है। हाँ ये बेचो। और ये भी बेचो। ये भी बेच दो। बस। और बाकी सामान वहाँ पे। अब जाके देखता हूँ बात हाउस पे बात है डायलॉग या नहीं।
And get a move on, because you really don't smell.
अच्छा ये थी क्या? मैं किसी और से बात कर रहा था पहले। टेढ़ हो गया। अरे भाई ये कौन कौन से पोशन दे रही है भाई? सेवियर स्नैप्स भी देती है।
I'd like to order something here.
And what is it you'd like?
ये
I'd like a private bath for 2.
As you wish. Do you have the coin?
40। अरे ले ले भाई।
Fine. Here it is.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. May the Lord...
Could do with a bite to eat.
अरे 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 दिखाया दिखाया नहीं। इसके साथ था क्या? अरे यार दिखाना चाहिए था। अबे ये क्या जुड़वा है क्या दोनों? चलो भाई हेनरी के मजा आ गए। अबे ये क्या बर्फ चढ़ गया क्या कोई मेरे को? अल्फा मेल ये कैसा बर्फ है? Your needs have been satisfied and it shows you are feeling self-confident. Charisma +2। अब इसी बात पे पेलने चलते हैं उन लोगों को। ये था ना। हाँ और ये सामान मैं उसमें डाल देता हूँ घोड़े में। Move to horse। ब्राउन हॉर्स, हाँ ये भी हॉर्स, ये भी हॉर्स। ये तो सेल करना है मुझे। घोड़े में डाल दे ये भी। हॉर्स। चलो हो गया ना। इंटरेस्टिंग साइट है, ठीक है। वही घोड़े को क्या हो गया, वाइब्रेट कर रहा है ये। सेव करो भाई पहले। सेव योर स्नैप्स। अब देखो कहाँ है वो। राइट से आवाज आ रही थी वैसे तो, और पिछली बार मेरे को ऊपर मिले थे। यहाँ पे है भाई। आ तो यहीं कहीं से आवाज रही है। बंदा हूँ क्या? पिंजड़ा यूज कर सकता हूँ? सेट करना होगा ही। जमीन के अंदर से आवाज आ रही है। भाई ये कैसे? हो गया सेट? भाई जमीन के अंदर से आवाज आ रही है भाई। हाँ। मेरे ख्याल से यहीं छोड़ के निकलना है इसको। मार्कर आ गया। एक और बचा है, पीछे ही है क्या? अरे यार, ये कंपनी वालों के नंबर फ़ोन आते रहते हैं। कहाँ है भाई ये तीसरा? अरे यार, बैंडेड। ये यहाँ पे है क्या? यहाँ तो मैं आया था। कपड़ा डल गया। पकड़ दिया शायद। कहाँ हो सकता है भाई एक और? यही है क्या? अरे वो कहाँ गया? एक मिनट आया भाई मैं। कहाँ है भाई तीसरा? कहाँ है भाई?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
भाई तीसरी चिड़िया मिल ही नहीं रही। इधर
Yeah.
बैंडेड कैंप।
What's that? What's the answer to my prayers? Jump. You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Oh. Is that...
अबे मर नहीं रहा है।
What's the... God in heaven, no! Leave me alone, please!
अरे भग गया।
Who's there?
यहाँ पे है भाई तीसरी चिड़िया बैंडिट्स के पास।
Hey! What's going on there?
मैं स्टेल्थ तो मार क्यों नहीं पा रहा, मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा भाई।
Hey! Who's there?
वो भी भग गया। वे इतने सारे कहाँ से आ रहे हैं?
Who's there? Hey! Who's there? What's going on there?
वन के इसका रेट ले लो भाई।
Well, look what's come crawling out from under some rock.
Christ!
मेरा ट्रैप कहाँ गया भाई? मेरा आ गई। अरे वो निकल जा भाई। कहाँ है? कहाँ छुप मार रहा है भाई?
Can't hide from me. You. Yeah.
टा 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 मैप। रात हो गई, रात में तो शायद नहीं मिलेगा वो। हो जाता हूँ। कौन सी जगह है भाई?
Hey, what the hell do you look out? Something you're looking for here.
अरे तो रेड सी है। बात भी नहीं कर रहा। इतनी अकड़। Hans Capon.
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
How goes it, sir? Are you recovered?
I am, for all the good it does. The boredom here. The only thing I have to read is the Bible, and the Hanush won't let anyone near me but the priest. Have you any idea the monotonous drivel that fella comes out with? This world is but a trial, be repentant. He talks to me as if I'm about to breathe my last. Actually, talks to me as if I were already dead. Listen, Henry, won't you come with me to the Ratte Baths? I need a change of scene before moss starts growing on me.
Why to the baths?
Well, a hot bath does a man good.
It does. Which is why you can bath here anytime you like.
Have you ever seen Clara, the bathhouse wench? Henry, she's a beauty. If I didn't know better, I'd say I was in love with her.
How much time do you want to spend there?
I don't know yet, but at least a few days. Bathing in mud wraps during the day, and in the evening, fun. What'd you say? Will you join me?
But what about your wound, sir?
Well, I won't lie to you, it hurts like the devil. But I'd rather hobble along with a cane, howling in pain, than listen to a selection of the most boring passages from the Gospels for one more minute.
Why not? When do you want to go?
I shall go there right away, but wait until at least dusk to join me. I'll have company there.
All right, I'll come and join you there.
Good luck then.
Hey,
वो सामान भी सेल करना है।
Come on up and take a look.
Eggs, salt,
I've got
yeast.
Good day to you. Good luck to you.
Rakes, spades, forks,
hey,
Good people, come up close and have a smell. Fresh bread. And pour yourself a bit of fresh milk to drink. Bread, fresh bread. Bread, rolls,
अरे
buns, and pretzels for you.
खुला नहीं गया इसका आज।
numbers,
Buns
asparagus and
pretzels for
fruit.
you.
God be with you.
Good luck to you.
वेगा बॉन्ड पे चल लेता हूँ।
Yeah.
Likewise.
God bless.
I've got that ring.
Ha!
What else have you got?
Something I'd like.
The mills.
And we'll up.
I'm on it.
Good luck to you.
अब चिड़िया किसको देनी थी? सी
Good health to you, sir.
So, I prowled around for a while, and I have something for you.
Wonderful! How many did you get?
All three.
So that's all of them. Excellent. Let's hope the burden never hears about my little mistake.
Let's hope not.
Thank you, lad. Here's something for your efforts.
40 और अरे भाई अच्छा पैसे भी दिए हैं। ट्रेनिंग आ गया।
I'd like you to show me some hunting.
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you. Now, pay close attention. Goodbye.
Can you teach me to...
Certainly.
I'd like to practice them.
All right, but it... Now, pay...
Can you help me with...
Certainly.
Well, I'll think it over.
Good luck then.
यहाँ का तो हो गया ना अब। अच्छा रिवॉर्ड भी लेना है मेरे को। क्या मिलेगा?
Show me what you've got concealed.
क्या? कंसील्ड मेरे पे कुछ है तो नहीं ना चोरी का? अरे यार पहन रखा है मैंने। उतार तो नहीं देगा?
What's going on?
For security reasons.
You want to pick over my personal effects?
I'm in no...
Oh, come on then.
Are you yanking my pizzle? Hand over all the stolen goods you have. I'll be keeping an eye on you. Now you can enter.
मेरी मेल चेन ले ली इसने। हाँ मेल चेन ले ली मेरी। अरे यार वो तो एक्स्ट्रा है भी नहीं। चोर रिवॉर्ड किससे लेना भाई? आर्चर से लेना है कि नीचे?
Congratulations once more. And here, as promised, a cask of the finest wine in the province.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ. Good luck to you.
अच्छा इसको सेल कर सकता हूँ मैं वो अपनी, ये तो एरोज सेल हो रही है। इसके इवनिंग में जाना और उसका बिफोर नून, अभी क्या हो रहा है, बिफोर नून ही हो रहा है शायद। तो
So what are we to do with you, Henry?
Hey, lad. Don't you want a little wager on the rat-aid?
I've brought you something.
Oh, Hal. Is this for me? You really mustn't bring me any more
What now? Should we take a walk?
You don't give up, do you? And where would you care to go?
What if we took a stroll along the river?
Why not? That sounds lovely. Shall we go?
Let's go. I could do with a bite to eat.
That was a good idea to go for a walk. Not that I don't like the mill, but you get tired of it. So I'm glad you took me out. I'd love to see the markets in Prague one day. Have you ever been to Prague?
No, I haven't. I have been in Kuttenberg, but Prague must be much bigger.
I've heard it's pretty smelly, though.
Yeah, so many people in one place. So many assholes.
That's disgusting. I'd love to listen to that young preacher, Jan Hus. They say he preaches in the common tongue. Everyone's talking about it.
I bet he's just handsome. That's why the women dote on him.
You're a woman. A preacher doesn't need good looks for people to listen to him.
And what about that fine fellow at St. James? I know full well why all the girls have started going to confession, and you have too, so don't give me any of that.
You scoundrel. Well, all right. I admit I find him handsome. But that doesn't make me a bad Christian.
I'd never dare to suggest such a thing.
Tell you what. Let's not dawdle. Last one is a slimy slug.
मेरे से तेज भागेगी। कितने आगे जाना है?
That was fun. Sit down here next to me, Hal. And what about you? I heard you're helping Sir Radzig.
Sir Radzig has me running a few errands. I have to say, he always treats me well, and I make a wage.
So you've had your turn of luck. What's it like serving nobility?
I don't know. I suppose it's a job like any other.
I don't believe a word of it. If you ask me, you're loving every minute and you don't want to make me envious.
Now then.
Oh, Henry, what am I going to do with you? Wandering the land, turning innocent girls' heads.
The only one here whose head is all messed up is me. How do you always manage to look so good?
Just look at the lady killer. Where did you learn to talk that way?
I don't recall which church service it was exactly.
You scoundrel. But you certainly know how to make a girl feel special. You may continue. But now I have to go.
Can I go with you?
I don't want to give anyone an excuse to gossip. Maybe another time.
In a couple of days.
Yeah.
Good health to you.
Has anyone here seen Ginger?
That boy from the stud farm?
Yes, that's the one. Is he around?
No, he's not here. But he passed through not long ago on the way to Talmberg. Follow the stream to the west and you'll find more charcoal burners there. God be with you.
यहाँ पे भी नहीं है.
Yeah.
My respects to you, sir.
I'm looking for Ginger, a stable boy from Neuhof.
Then why don't you look for him at the stud farm?
He was there, but now they say he's hiding amongst some charcoal burners.
And where did you hear that? Anyhow, there's no one of that description here. Try asking somewhere else.
I've been to the other camps and they told me I'd definitely find him here.
How could they know that? They just wanted to get rid of you.
I wouldn't say that. They realise I'm trying to help.
Oh, aye? And how's that?
That boy witnessed a murder and probably killed one of the murderers. I'm sure those cutthroats are already looking for him, and if I could find my way here, so could they. And when they do, they won't be asking their questions as nicely as I have.
Aye. Well, as it happens, they've already been here. And you're right, they weren't pleasant. It's my duty to protect these men, and I fear I won't be able if that pair come back.
Well then, what are we going to do?
We're going to do it my way. First you get rid of those two murdering dogs, and then I'll tell you what I know.
But I don't know where to look for them.
They're always wandering about here. Their hideout must be somewhere nearby. They came here from the east, across the bridge, threw their weight around, and then went back the same way. And I know of only one place in that direction.
What place is that?
There was a camp between here and the charcoal burners in the east. They're most likely there. We'll lead you.
There's no time for that now. First I have to speak with Ginger.
You'll never get to talk to Ginger if they kill him first, will you? Is that the kind of justice you want?
That's fair. I'll look for them.
The words of a true man. Once you take care of them, come back and we'll talk. May the Lord watch over you.
अब उनको कहाँ ढूंढूं? इन दोनों ये है क्या? ये कैंप सही दिख रहा है. अबे ये जगह जाने पहचाने नहीं लग रही। अबे तो मैं वहाँ पे आ गया जहाँ केपोन की सरेंटिंग करी थी। फिर कहाँ हो सकता है? किल द बैंडिट्स। इस एरिया में है कहीं।
Yeah. Yeah.
ये गेम तो नहीं है।
Yeah. Yeah.
टोन पे आ गया मैं।
Yeah.
कहाँ है भाई ये बंदे?
Yeah.
भाई कहाँ है ये बैंडेड्स? बड़ी दुखी कर देती है भाई ये गेम। कहाँ ही ढूंढूं भाई? ये तो मैं उस कैंप पे जा रहा हूँ। कहाँ छुप के बैठ गए भाई? मेरे को पता नहीं क्यों लग रहा है यही वाला कैंप है भाई, पर मैं देख के आया था, वहाँ कोई दिखाई नहीं था।
Yeah.
टाइम निकालने का ट्राई करो थोड़ा। आ गए भाई, आ गए। ऐसा करूँ और टाइम बढ़ा दूँ, सो जाएंगे फिर।
You'll get what for. I'm over here. Bring it on.
Kunda.
Are you going to cry now? Jesus Christ! To hell with you!
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
be with you.
I've taken care of those two cutthroats.
You don't look like you've been in a fight.
If you don't believe me, go and see for yourself.
All right, all right. All that matters is they've been taken care of.
They're dead. So, what was it you wanted to tell me?
Ginger was here, but the lads hid him away somewhere. I suppose there's no need for that anymore. He's in no danger now, is he? And nor are we.
That's right. You're safe now.
All right. They're hiding him nearby. A little way along the route to Uzhitz, there's a path to the right leading to a spring. From there, you'll find an overgrown trail to a ruined hut.
Finally, some useful information. Thank you, charcoal burner.
Take care now.
Yeah. Jesus, you've led me a merry dance.
What do you want from me?
I want to ask you a couple of questions. Why did you run off like that? Where are your cronies? And why did you kill that bandit?
What?
Right, one thing at a time. Why did you run off in such a hurry?
Because I was afraid they'd come back and kill me.
Who?
Those bandits, of course.
To get revenge on you for killing their mate?
Killing? Me? I never killed anyone. God is my witness.
I'm looking for your friends. Where are they?
The charcoal burners? They're over at the...
To hell with the charcoal burners. Where are your bandit mates?
They're not my mates. They nearly killed me. I recognized one of them, so I thought they'd come back and...
Recognized? Who was it? Talk!
I don't know his name, only that he's from Uzhitz and he has a limp.
What can you tell me about him? How do you know him?
I saw him a few times in the tavern in Uzhitz, playing dice and boozing.
And?
I know he lives in a house on the edge of the village, but that's all I know. I never talked to him.
I've heard everything I need to hear, so I'll leave you be.
Wait, what about me? Won't you help me out?
Perhaps I could. What would you like?
I'd like to go back to the stud farm, but those cutthroats who want to kill me are still around. Will you help me?
They're out of the way. I ran into them on my travels.
Really? That's great, but...
What?
I'm afraid to go back to the farm. I ran away, and God knows what they'll think about it all. I don't know if they'll even want to talk to me.
Just try, and you'll see whether they drive you away or not. But if you explain it to them, they're sure to understand.
I suppose you're right. Thank you for your help, and God bless you.
Yeah.
Well, well. Look who deigns to grace us with his presence.
I was looking for that boy, and
And you didn't bother telling anyone.
I had to follow the trail before it went cold.
And what if some bandit skewered you and left you for dead? We'd never find you because you told no one where you were going. How would I explain that to Sir Radzig, eh? I really don't know, my lord. He disappeared without saying a word to anyone. Never crossed my mind he wanted to get himself killed.
I...
Silence! Keep your ignorant mouth shut when I'm giving you the benefit of a veteran's wisdom. You do what I tell you, answer only when I ask, and not go roaming off whenever you feel like it. I'd like to kick your arse back to the castle and be shut of you. But it's true, you're a fucking peasant who knows nothing about soldiering, and it's my job to whip you into shape, so I'm not done with you yet. God have mercy on you if you ever try anything like that again. If you're lucky, I'll only have you whipped and clapped in the stocks. Because if I get my way, you'll be hanged for desertion. I hope we've got that out of the way. I've made myself absolutely clear. Now, let's hear what you have to report.
I talked to Ginger and found out what happened.
Out with it, then.
Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. He was afraid they'd come back to silence him.
Well, he was right. They were asking about him. So who did he recognize?
He didn't know his name. Some fellow with a limp from Ujits.
All right. Since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around in Ujits. We've enough to do here in these parts anyway. Sir Radzig will tell you about it. He said to send you to him if you haven't already been.
I have some, trophies.
Let's see. Good. Good. That's how to treat the bastards.
Can you teach me how to defend myself?
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basic.
All right, but it'll... Now, Jesus Christ.
I'd like to learn...
Certainly.
I'd like to practice...
All right. Now, take... Farewell.
I'd like to improve my...
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basic...
All right. Now, take...
कहाँ जाना हम? सर रेडजिग यहीं बाहर ही खड़ा है क्या? यही है.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Bernard already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
The whole story, or just the gist of it, sir?
It's up to you what you consider important.
One of the Neuhoff stable boys, a lad they called Ginger, fled from there and hid out with some charcoal burners. I have to say, there's a lot of them around. I never thought how many forges and ironworks they have to supply.
That's true, but keep to the point.
Oh, yes, sir. I had quite a job finding him. He was well hidden and with good reason. The bandits wanted to kill him because he recognized one of them.
Did he tell you what happened?
He said it wasn't one gang, but two. And one of them took fright when the slaughter started. Seems they were only interested in loot, so they quarrelled with the other lot. Then it came to a skirmish in the woods and one of them was killed. And the rest of them scattered.
And did you find out where they went?
All I know is one of them is from Ujits. I know enough about him to be able to track him down.
All right, but those cutthroats must know who he is too, right? And if they want to get revenge on him or silence him, you'd better hope they don't get to him before you. So drop everything and get on his trail. Find out what he knows and then report back to me. I'm going to our encampment at Merhire to oversee the security of the region.
Yes, sir. Why choose Mehoyed?
It's somewhat at the centre of events, isn't it? And what's more, there's another stud farm there.
So, do you think they're going to try the same thing again?
I shouldn't think so. Everyone will be on the alert now, but the secluded dwellings are more vulnerable. There are few people in them. They're scattered everywhere and we can't guard them all.
But the bandits won't find much silver in places like that.
There's always a groschen or two, some food and so on. Anyway, how much silver did they get from slaughtering those horses?
True. If they'd stolen them, they could have sold them. Those were fine animals.
Exactly. It's not about the silver. It's about something else.
But what?
Creating fear. Such great terror that you won't even squeak when they come to cut your throat. Never mind raise your hand against them. Fear that will root you to the spot, staring like a rabbit entranced by a stoat, waiting for the death blow to fall. Helpless to do anything about it.
I have some news about the investigation, sir.
Good. Tell me.
The trail leads to Uzhitz. I found out one of the bandits is from there, a fellow they call Limpy Lubosh.
I see. What else?
That's all I found out so far, sir.
All right. Come back and report to me as soon as you learn anything new. Good luck to you.
अरे भाई इतनी दूर है उजित यहाँ है ना उजित टाउनबर्ग के पास पड़ेगा शायद यहाँ है ना आ गए मुझे।
I could do with a bite to eat.
Yeah.
Good day to you.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
Must be that farmhand Lubosh. I don't know what the hell you'd want him for. I don't much care. He's got a cottage on the edge of the village near the stream.
I'm looking for the local groom. Where can I find him?
Does something hit you on the head, boy? Where do you think you'll find a groom, for Christ's sakes? Ask at the stables.
Farewell.
God be with you.
I'm looking for a fellow who...
What would you want with him?
Is there anything suspicious going on in these parts?
Indeed there is. Around here, you should hear about what Vashek the groom has been up to at the stables. When the head groom told the lads here, they fell off their seats laughing. Oh, and another thing. Just last night, Father Godwin was here, calling fire and brimstone down on old Gertrude, the herb woman. He's not one to make a fuss over some trifle either. May the Lord watch over you.
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
That's what you call nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
इसको ही मार दिया क्या? अरे भाई ये क्या है?
Sakra. Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
Another thing about Lubosh. When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
Good day to you. What do you need?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Ask away.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much, but I wouldn't wish an end like that on any man.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, now I think I hadn't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
Not a clue.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
That's all. Thank you.
Farewell.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa.
I don't know nothing about it, but ask all you want.
That man Lubosh who...
I didn't really know him. He kept to himself.
Have you noticed anything?
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday. He was even talking to the priest and went to confession. I was wondering what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too dark for God's mercy.
Do you know what Lubosh was...
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder...
Do you know anyone
Not with anyone from the village. I used to sit in the tavern.
That's all. Thank you.
Farewell.
Good afternoon.
I've come in the name of
I don't know how I can...
Who was this?
You could see at first glance
Have you noticed?
there wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time. And then yesterday, he turned up at the church.
That's all. Thank you.
Take care.
Yeah! Yeah!
अबे प्रीस्ट प्रीस्ट ये क्या कर रहा है? यही है ना?
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father. I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practice with a stick. A reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
Do you have any work that needs doing?
My dear lad, I have more worries than I can bear. Another pair of shoulders would ease my burden. I have to deal with a local witch.
A witch?
The herb woman, old Gertrude. That devious hag who will stoop to anything. Like all herbalists, for that matter.
Oh, don't tell me. The cows are giving blood instead of milk, and babies are being born with 2 heads and a tail.
This is no laughing matter. Gertrude isn't evil. She just has peculiar ideas about what's good for people. A little bird told me she incited some Ujet's women to witchery.
A little bird told you, did it?
You know how good people are at seeing the splinter in another's eye and not the beam in their own.
In other words, someone's been gossiping. And what's the problem?
As long as herb women stick to giving psychic to folk and bloated cows, assisting in childbirth, or burning incense in bedrooms to help with sleep, then nothing at all. But this is sacrilege, and it's unsafe. All sorts of molds and lichens and poisonous plants and other foul things go into those concoctions. I'd hate to see her poison some poor gullible lass.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to go and see her and find out what she's been up to. I know she lives in fear of the Holy Church, so tell her I sent you. That will make her talk and think twice about encouraging witchcraft. If you learn that she truly did involve folk in some foolishness, find out all you can and deal with it.
Consider it done.
Good. And never fear. I'm a man who always pays his debts. You'll find Gertrude, the old herb woman, in the woods. Farewell. Jesus Christ be praised.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
A bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
But Lubosh is dead. You can't hurt him, but if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
if I told you, I would be betraying a vow that's a cornerstone of the Holy Church. If people believed the sanctity of the confessional couldn't be trusted, the consequences would be even worse than that.
Worse than the death of innocent Christians? Worse than the murderer escaping punishment?
No one escapes punishment.
Father, Lubosch was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening, in the tavern, over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
Take care now.
अरे भाई ये तो बड़ी दूर है। टैवन कहाँ है? ये टैवन है।
To eat something. My insides are shriveled up with the hunger.
I'll have to get my own ale.
The blessings of our Lord be...
And with you, lad. Take a seat. I'm sorry I can't tell you everything, but maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Good neighbor.
Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. It was There's a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujits, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened in Noyal? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. The tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison. And nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth. And they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive fur, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those...
One ale, please.
Ale for me?
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticises the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up and the church will be shaken to its very foundations.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Przyszła bida mora lat, to nie ustoi żadnej chlap. Na kraj panuje sej smutek do dnie lojera.
Here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can ride is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Oh, God damn it, my stomach hurts.
Come on then, man. Shout. You want to fight? Come and get it.
Don't peach.
Don't worry. Don't get any trouble. We'll just have a bit of a punch out.
Well landed.
Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
This is wonderful.
Ah, bloody oath. And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
ओ भाई जाना पड़ गया था मेरे को बीच में। और भाई ये कैसा प्रीस्ट है?
Priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry?
अरे भाई
Shall we take a little ride of our own?
भाई बात हाउस में तो दिखाया नहीं था, यहाँ दिखा रहे हैं। भाई प्रीस्ट तो हराम ही निकला भाई। क्या क्या करना पड़ रहा है भाई इससे बुलवाने के लिए। दोस्त बन गया भाई प्रीस्ट।
Well, I have to say that was a fine
Godwin, you beast! Get up! Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards!
Oh, fucking hell. Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. And we have a wonderful time.
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. Oh, my guts. My poor suffering stomach. What was that woman on about? Before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten? Where the fuck am I? What the fuck was it? Oh. Mass! Oh shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me. Ow! You're the priest. I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me. I'd like to help you, but you can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there.
Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
Drinking binge.
So all at once the confessional seal isn't so sacred?
Don't mock me. I won't give you a second chance.
We'll never get away with it.
Not if you make a hash of it.
Well, all right. But I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubosh.
Christ almighty. Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then. No time to waste.
टैवन के पीछे ही है सर से। Reputation lost.
Show up. Swill dog.
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you.
Look at him. Mother of God. Any minute now he'll throw up.
So I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas. Hoc facite in meam commemorationem.
अच्छा ये वही है क्या?
Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where by the grace of God was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Curious which one of them will puke first.
I wonder what Teresa's doing now. I could stop by and see her again. I enjoyed it last time.
अरे भाई ये क्या सारे माइनस माइनस
Brothers and sisters, let me get straight to the point. I'd like to talk about the church and how corrupt it is.
That boy has a cheek.
One should not believe in the church, because the church is not God. God is above all things, and the church is but a means to salvation, which the prelates do not care to hear.
He's right.
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, humans, hunger, and chaos. The accursed wealth that the church is drowning in is poisoning almost the whole of Christendom. When dogs are fighting over a bone, take the bone and they will stop. Just like the flock of ravens that has descended on this land to peck up every speck of gold and silver. They show no mercy. Their hearts are poisoned by covetousness. They trade everything. Everything is for sale. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay, and you will have absolution. And the prelates sin and give themselves absolution.
For shame! Shame upon them!
And what sins? They live with harlots and keep concubines, even though only marital intercourse for the purpose of procreation is pure. If someone takes a woman or man only to satisfy their own lust, who seduces them to do so but Satan? And how much darker the sin if that man is a servant of the church? Who can turn his face to God, who fornicates and then puts on priestly robes?
Nothing we don't know about already.
Enough about sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you only pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of servants to pamper them. They play dice and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Down with the prelates! Away with them!
We're fortunate to have our good Father Godwin. At least he's a fair and simple man.
God sees what is happening on earth, and he is filled with righteous wrath that those who should seek the salvation of souls instead seek mammon and the idle comfort of lucrative posts. Blessed are the shepherds who share the poverty of their flock, who are as one with you and bear with you the burden of this earthly pilgrimage, who do not condemn your venial sins.
Aye, all honour to Godwin. Let him drink like one of us.
That is all I heard in Prague. Amen.
The lad spoke well, considering what a soak he is.
He's right, that was.
The young man shouldn't drink so much, but the Lord's given him a
I'm
silver
glad he
tongue.
came here. I don't suppose I'll ever get to Prague, and he told it nicely.
Well, well, my boy, you have talent, and I can't deny it. And you pulled a thorn from my side. I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, I noticed. I wasn't the only one.
Oh, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin.
So gluttony and fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
So, what did Limpy Lubosh tell you? Was he at Neuhof that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now, slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you...
Well, now Lubosh came to me shortly after it happened. His conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked. He said they'd been hired through some crony of theirs. And at first they were just to steal some horses. But then it all turned sour and people started getting killed. And neither he nor his cronies wanted anything to do with that. So they fell out from the gang and fled.
Fell out? Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhoff.
That would explain something. Lubos kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubos killed the murderer and he's dead too. The trouble is, I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Only nicknames. Talked about some fella called Riki from Ledechko, Pius, Timmy.
Pius. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Nonsense. You would make an excellent priest. And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Riki from Ledechko, right?
Well, we'll have to now. There's not much else to go on. Let's hope he's not hanging from the wall too.
Indeed. And I'd hate to be excommunicated for nothing. Anyhow, good luck. You watch out for yourself. These people clearly mean business. And I'd like to raise a tankard with you again sometime.
Yeah, I'll try. Although I'm not sure I'd survive another night of your debauchery.
And if anyone should ask, you heard nothing from me. I'll deny everything.
I don't doubt it. I could do with a bite to eat.
कितने सारे क्वेस्ट है भाई. पहले भाई ये पहनो आर्मर. ट्रैक डाउन रीकी. कहाँ है भाई ये रीकी? यहाँ पे. रीकी रीकी रीकी. ये तो वो है ना, नाम भूल गया. रटाए. यहाँ जाना मुझे. यहाँ पे कोई मर्चेंट भी है. अबे वही है ना.
Want to earn a bit of coin? There's plenty of coin in it. He's here!
Well, who's this coming?
अरे
I never set eyes on him in my life. Show what you're made of.
तलवार निकाल।
All that combat.
वाह भाई, पिलग्रिम के नाम पे। भूख तो नहीं लग रही ना? लग रही है। एप्पल ले लो। और तो कुछ है नहीं, ग्रोसर ले लो। दोनों खा गया क्या ये? भूख नहीं मिटी फिर भी।
What did you say? What did you fucking say? Yeah.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
इसका जब पेट गुड़ करता है ना तो मेरा भी कहने लग जाता है, पता नहीं क्यों।
Look at the state you're in.
Don't you want to do something together again?
That sounds wonderful. Everyone says the Broken Wheel Tavern is the fun place to be in the evening. I want you to take me there.
Have you ever been to a tavern?
Me and my father used to stop at the tavern in the glade when he was taking the flour into town, but he never wanted to take me inside. What do you think, Hal? Shall we go?
And just where might that be?
Just above the upper gate, a little before you reach Ratai.
Well, I don't see why not. But you'll have to try some ale while you're there.
I will, I promise.
Let's be going then.
आजा बाहर।
Sometimes. If I want a proper meal, I have to. You wouldn't want to eat the stuff I cook.
That's true. I haven't forgotten that bet you made back in Skalitz that time.
Don't talk about those oatcakes. Fritz's belly heaves at the very mention.
Hey,
even
lad!
And that's where you go to woo wenches, is it?
Naturally.
इसके आवाज को क्या हो गया?
Where the best ones gather.
You lout.
No need to take it the wrong way.
I'm not taking it any way at all.
It's all right. I'm only joking. I don't go picking up women in taverns. I prefer a different sort.
What sort might that be?
All mouth and green eyes.
You're such a...
Come on then.
So, here we are. Shall we order something?
Yes, definitely.
Service?
Ah, a pair of lovebirds. What would you like to order?
Is it alright?
It's excellent.
This ale, there's no better in the province.
You know what?
What? What are you doing? Oh, no.
Oh.
But really?
Yes. Oh, come on, be brave.
No, I've never...
Hand on my hip.
I don't even know how.
And off we go.
But really, I don't know how.
You're doing just fine.
All right. Oh,
All right.
it's fine. Not so bad. You wore me out.
And you said you couldn't dance.
How about a dance with a real man?
अरे
Leave
भाई
me alone and bother someone else.
Oh, come on. It's a crime to waste a body like that on a scrawny boy like him. You got tits like a cow in calf. That's it. I like a woman to fight before I fuck her. You'll pay for that, boy.
ये वैसे नहीं लग रहा जिसको मैंने वो दिए थे चिड़िया लागे
Gott! Missed! Oh! Here! Go ahead and gather your strength. Hey! God damn!
The filthy swine. My hero. Does it hurt?
You should worry about
अबे क्या मेरे ग्लव्स पे क्या लगा रही है
Ow!
Of course you are. That's why you wince every time I touch you. You saw him off, though. He wasn't feeling so playful after you'd finished with him.
That tickles.
Baby. So, you'll probably be fine. But try to give your hands some rest. Don't go lifting anything too heavy.
Thank you.
भाई ये कहाँ खड़ा हो गया
You never give up. Are you sure you don't need a bit more rest? I can find my own way home.
I'll manage those few extra steps.
Come on then, hero.
I'll give you this. Nights out with you might be painful, but they're never boring.
I do my best.
You should go in before Peshek starts fretting.
अरे भाई ऐसा करता हूँ, यहाँ से नेक्स्ट में कंटिन्यू करते हैं। चलो भाई यहाँ से नेक्स्ट में कंटिन्यू करते हैं। आज के लिए हो गया काफ़ी अडल्ट सीन देख लिया आज तो भाई। चलो भाई, थैंक फॉर वॉचिंग, बाय बाय।